Hello, everyone. You are warmly welcome to the Principles of Marketing class. And in this class, you are going to use the Principles of Marketing model, which has about 6 units. And with each unit, there are 6 sections involved. So we are going to start from Unit 1, which basically talks about the nature and the environment of marketing. Under Unit 1, Section 1, we're going to look at the nature of marketing. By the end of this session, we are expected to define the term marketing, explain the concept of exchange, then finally explain the importance of marketing. Let us have a brief introduction on marketing. Marketing is a fast developing field of study which is very interesting. It actually influences us daily in both our roles as consumers and providers of goods and services. As goods and services providers, we make marketing related decisions like choosing who our customers are, what goods and services to offer to these customers, where to sell these goods and services, and the price to charge these goods and services. Marketing actually helps to determine whether to sell products internationally or domestically, and also how to be ethically and socially responsible. So this should tell us that even though marketing thinks about making profit, it also looks at the welfare of customers. As consumers, the marketing practice of goods and services providers have impacts on many of the decisions made by those around us, such as our family members, our friends, our loved ones. Their decisions affect us. Marketing practices are in play when we are born, while we grow, while we conduct our everyday lives, and when we even retire. Thus, making a decision as to which hospital to be given birth to, where to play, who to talk to, what to buy that would make you grow up quickly, who to consult in our everyday lives, choosing travel options, insurance policies, all these things actually talks about marketing. Often we talk about marketing, people think of selling or advertising because they are familiar with these terms. But marketing basically goes beyond selling or advertising. Selling and advertising are just some aspects of marketing. Now, as we continue this lesson, we are going to look at the real definition of marketing. Afterwards, we realize that selling and advertisements are only aspects of marketing, and they are just a tip of an iceberg when you look at marketing, because marketing looks at the holistic view of a product. It looks at its pricing, it looks at its communication effect, and also it looks at the product as a whole. This means that it doesn't only entail selling or advertising. As we all know, marketing comes from the word market. And a market is a group of potential customers for a particular product who are willing and able, the underlying word here is willing and able, to spend money or exchange other resources in order to obtain the product. I'm taking it again. A market is a group of potential customers or prospects for a particular product who are willing and able to spend money or exchange other resources to obtain the product. The willingness here actually talks about the desire the potential customer or the prospect have for a product. And also the ability here talks about the person having the means of exchange, or the person has the means to make a purchasing decision. So when we talk about a market, it doesn't only limit itself to building, places, institutions, and stores, as well as many other things that comes in our mind. It actually encompasses potential customers who are in need of a particular product that will help them solve their problem. And these people are actually willing, meaning that they have the desire for the product and they have the means to spend money or exchange other resources in order to obtain the product that will help them solve their problem. According to some researchers known as Zsigmond and D'Amico in the year 1996, the name of a building in which trading is carried out suggests people or groups with purchasing power who are willing to exchange their resources for something else. So, for example, we can think of Accra Mall. According to Zsigmond and D'Amico, they are looking at the name of a building in which trading is carried out means that these trading activities actually explains the marketing activity that goes on in there. Peter Drucker, this is a management philosopher, made a statement in his Principles of Management book that if we wish to come up with the meaning of a business, then we first of all have to think about the purpose of this business. We need to look at a purpose which lie in the society, since the business enterprise is an organ of the society. The business actually exists in the society and it feeds into the society after it has taken its raw materials from the society. The valid definition of business purpose is to create a customer. That is why people come up to say that the customer is the most important person when you come to marketing, because the definition of the business purpose is to create customers, and these customers actually can make or unmake the business. Without a customer, the business doesn't exist. Essentially, creating a customer means identifying the needs in the marketplace. Finding out which needs the organization can profitably serve. I'm underlining profitably serve, and developing an offering to convert potential buyers into customers. As a marketing firm, you can't please every customer, or you can't produce every product. There is a need for every marketing firm to look at the need that the organization can provide that can help the organization to yield a profit at the end of the day. Because as you look at the customer's welfare, you should also look at how the business can be sustained. Marketing managers are responsible for most of the activities necessary to create the customers the organization wants, because the marketing manager actually combines all the managerial functions in order to help satisfy the needs of the customer, which that need would be converted into a profit element. Some of the activities which is being carried out by the marketing manager may include identifying customers' needs. How do we identify customers' needs? We go out there to perform research analysis on these customers. We take customers' feedback. We ask customers to be sincere in their feedback, and also we can identify customers' needs by observation. What do these customers want? How do they want us to meet their needs? What are the shortfalls in the similar products on the market? All these things help us to come up with customer needs. After the customer needs have been identified, there's a need for the marketing manager to design goods and services that meet those needs. After the need of a customer had been identified, the marketing manager would have to design products that would meet the needs of the customers. Then after, the marketing manager communicates information about those goods and services to prospect buyers. We have moved from an era where people say that adepanetone. We have moved from that era. Even when you have the best product at your one corner and you don't communicate the product, trust me, no customer will walk to your one corner to come and purchase from you. It is only when you have communicated about the benefits of the product, you have communicated or given out information, detailed information about the product, and customers have walked in there to taste the product or to have a feel of the product in order to confirm whether what they expected was actually what they have seen. This rather makes that statement or the adage adepanetone firm, because without you communicating the information about those products to prospective buyers, it will be difficult for them to make a purchasing decision at the first stage. After communicating the information, you make the goods and services to reflect the cost, competition, and customer satisfaction after purchase. As a marketer, there is a need for you to give a reasonable cost to your product. There's a need for you to give a reasonable price to a product. If someone have moved from the era where they take his or her cow in exchange of yam, why then do I have to offer something great for something little? In other words, I'm trying to talk about the fact that the goods and services a marketing manager is offering out to a customer should reflect the cost or the price that the customer is paying for that product. It should also reflect the competition and customer satisfaction after purchase. You don't expect me to pay 500 Ghana cedis for beans and gari with ripe plantain, which is mostly known as gobe. You don't expect me to pay 500 Ghana cedis and you serve me in a rubber plate and the thing doesn't look attractive, it doesn't look so nice after eating, my stomach begins to make noise. No. After making that offering, okay, after giving out that huge amount of money for gobe, I should expect to see some beautiful things about this gobe. It should be served with some cravings around it. It should be served with some vegetables around it. The product should kind of give the customer satisfaction, because most customers actually go through dissonance after consuming a product. For you to avoid all these things, the satisfaction should match with the product or the price that the person is giving out for the product. The American Marketing Association defines marketing as the process of planning and executing the conception, the pricing, the promotion, the distribution of ideas, goods, and services to create exchanges that will satisfy individual and organizational objectives. Now, Let us look at the marketing mix. The marketing mix. It is a term that actually describes the results of management's efforts to creatively combine activities. Even though the marketing mix may have many facets, but its elements can be placed in four basic categories. We have the products, we have the place or distribution, we have the promotion and the price. These are being classified under the elements of the marketing mix. A combination of these elements form the marketing mix. These are commonly referred to as the 4Ps of marketing, and also the controllable variables of marketing, since they can be influenced by managers. The 4Ps constitute a framework that can be used to develop plans for marketing efforts. These 4Ps can help a marketing manager to come up with a well-structured strategy that would help meet the objectives of the marketing firms. And these 4Ps helps the marketing manager to be profitable at the end of the day. Now, we are going to take the 4Ps one after the other and explain briefly. As we move on with this session, there are units that have taken these 4Ps individually to elaborate well on them. Now, let's talk briefly about them. The first P, which talks about the product, consists of good, service, and idea. Good, service, and idea. When we look at a product, it goes beyond the good, the service, and the idea. It goes beyond that. The product is a concept that considers the satisfaction of all consumer needs in relation to a good or service the firm should offer to a group of consumers. So when we take a dress, for instance, you should offer me a dress that would give me some level of confidence. Don't just give me something to cover my body, but something that will permit me to stand in the midst of my friends to speak audibly. You don't only have to offer me shoes, but offer me comfort for my feet, so that as I walk, I can walk comfortably. That is a product. It goes beyond the physical thing we can see. It also includes making decisions about customer service, the package design, how the product looks, how the product can be carried, the brand names, the trademarks, warranties, positioning, product life cycle, and the new product development. That is the product. Let us look at the place. Marketers develop distribution strategies to ensure that their products are available in the proper quantities at the right time and at the right place. Distribution decisions involves modes of transportation, warehousing, inventory control, order processing, and selection of marketing channels. When you take place or distribution, for instance, it actually talks about moving the product from the manufacturer to the final consumer. It talks about you storing the goods, that is the warehousing. It talks about the inventory control, as you keep taking inventory consistently to know how many of the products you have, how many have been sold. It also looks at the order processing, how order can be processed from the invoice to the purchasing order straight to the customer, and selection of marketing channels as to which medium should the product be transmitted to the customer. Marketing channels are made up of the institutions such as retailers and wholesalers and all those involved in the product as it goes from producer to consumer. The promotion. The promotional element is a communication link between buyers and sellers. Organizations use many different means of sending their messages about goods, service, and ideas. The message may be communicated directly by salespeople in industry through adverts and sales promotion. In developing a promotional strategy, marketers blend together the various elements of promotion that will communicate most effectively with target markets. During this promotional activity, which is one of the marketing mix, marketers have to communicate exactly what the product can do. Pricing. Pricing is one of the difficult areas when you come to making marketing decisions. It actually deals with the methods of setting profitable and justifiable prices. The amount of money or sometimes goods or services given in exchange for something is its price. That is why if I have a phone and I bring it to you for a mansion, the phone becomes the price because I gave it in exchange of the mansion. In other words, price is what is exchanged for the product. Just as the customer buys a product with cash, so a company buys the customer's cash with its product which the company is offering to the customer. In non-profit making organizations, price may be expressed in terms of volunteer time or effort, votes or donations. We all understand that a non-profit making organization is an organization that exists not to make profit. It doesn't mean they don't make profit. Their motive is not to make profit. Non-profit making organization includes tens of thousands of charitable homes, schools, colleges, and universities and arts and cultural groups. These organizations actually share important characteristics with service firms in the private sector. Both market intangible products. With these non-profit making organizations, most of their dealings are into services. They require customers to be present during the production process because customers consume at the time that they produce. Although their motive is not to make profit, but they engage in some forms of activities. The non-profit making organization marketing is the effort by non-profit making organizations to bring about mutually satisfying exchanges with target markets. Note that with these forms of organizations, they vary greatly in sizes and purpose and operate in different forms of environments. Some are into the educational sector, some are into social entrepreneurship, some are into mentorship, some are into coaching and others. Some of the marketing activities performed by these non-profit making organizations include: 1. They identifying customers that they wish to serve or attract, although they usually use another term such as clients, patients, members, beneficiaries, or sponsors. They also develop and implement programs over a period of time. Example, an environmental-oriented non-profit organization. I've had a chance to be with MasterCard Foundation through CAMFED, that is Campaign for Female Education. And there are continuous programs which are being developed and implemented over a specific period of time. They decide on the prices to charge, which are mostly referred to as the fees, donations, tuition, fares, fines, or rates. They schedule events or programs and determine where they will be held or offered. These are all examples of the activities which are being taken by non-profit making organizations. Now, let us look at the benefits of marketing. Marketing affects almost every aspect of our lives. The goods we purchase, where we purchase from, the advertisements that catches our attention, all these comes together to form marketing. It helps to achieve the basic objectives of most businesses, such as their survival, how they can obtain profit, how they can grow, and also includes vital activities. Marketing also encourages innovation. You realize that because of competition against your competitors, marketers come up with so much innovative ideas. Marketing offers great career opportunities, so you can become a marketing researcher, you can become a professional salesperson, you can be in the advertisement agency. It offers you a great job. Now, despite all the benefits we have mentioned, there are some forms of criticisms when you come to marketing. Let us look at some of them. One, advertising is too often misleading and wasteful. Look at these who come to the bar stations to sell medicine. One medicine can cure AIDS, can cure syphilis, can cure gonorrhea, can cure cough, can cure whatever. But for all you may realize, this person will be coughing. They mislead customers. So people have it in their minds that advertising, which is an element of marketing, is too often misleading and wasteful. It wastes people's time because the person begins to talk about what the products cannot do. Products are not safe or the quality is poor. There are some products that are being communicated with beautiful and nice packaging stuffs, but when you open these products, you realize that they are not safe or the quality is poor. Another criticism is that easy access to credit makes people buy things they don't need and really cannot afford. This example perfectly works looking at our mothers. Because there are credits available, they tend to buy what they don't really need and sometimes what they can't afford because they believe they can, even if they can't pay now, they can pay in some later days. Packaging and labeling are often confusing and deceptive. Like Kiku and Jumia, for instance, what you order is not what you receive. Okay, sometimes it is not their fault. To them, they are just marketing their products. And you know, the picture quality or wherever they stood to take the picture, they are being truthful. But it will get to your destination and all what you think is that they have deceived you. It is not a deception. They actually took the picture and the phone is what, or the camera is what actually caused the deception. But customers would come in to say that the packaging and the labeling are often confusing and deceptive. In summary, we can say that we have drawn a clear line between marketing and selling. The concept of exchange has also been elaborated on. We've also spoken about the marketing mix, which are the strategies that helps the marketing firm to achieve its objectives. We talked about the product, we talked about the price, we talked about the place and the promotion. The importance of marketing has also been drawn and has made us enlightened on the fact that marketing is part of our daily lives and we can't live without it. Now, let's try our hands on these questions. Let us try as much as possible to define the term marketing, explain the concept of exchange, then state two importance of marketing, and finally give two criticisms of marketing. Thank you.